All right, time for the show. I'm not getting mad at they don't use this intro music for the freaking show, the whole show though. It's better than what they're using now as a theme song. All right, let's see who coming. Let's see who coming on next. If it's at Rollins, I'm right now. Let's see who's gonna be first. Never mind, it's an Edge Pro. I did. I saw they showed me on TV. I was like, hold on, is that me? I saw Weezy Blonde though. Sammy and Cody.
I think you think, oh, that's the time to just jump right back and take their spot, right? There's no way Sami Zayn can hold on to the WWE championship. He's going to swoop back in and go to war his champion once again, right? Right? I'm telling you right now, it's not happening. I'm walking out of Chicago still. I actually think that's just good luck. And I'll see now. Since you already told me everything that I'm thinking, since you already told me everything that's going to happen, let me tell you.
This guy. This son of a gun.
You're welcome, Sam. Cody is not the problem anymore. I'm your runner now. And you better be aware that I think you're disgraced. You're fluke of a champion. You've never won the title in the first place. Sammy, I'm going to comfort you. And
Pause. 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 Pause, gang. Pause. Pause, my guy. Pause. Major pause. Right, I was about to say the same thing. Just attack them out of nowhere. What up?
Well, as we get set for Seth Rollins to march out here, we will keep you updated on this developing story throughout the night and how it affects the WWE.
Oh, we're starting off with Seth Rollins. Please tell me this is where CM Punk will return. Like he got to return at some point.
Well, 3 weeks from Saturday, it begins. 6 Eastern, 3 Pacific, the 2-night SummerSlam in Minnesota.
Yeah, Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins for SummerSlam for the championship. I know they don't want Seth Rollins to retire, but I keep seeing people saying he might retire.
Over 12,000 in Chicago tonight.
I'm just hoping this show is not pre-tape. What I mean by pre-tape, the same thing I saw live. That's what I mean. Joe, did you see Cody bleeding from his? Yeah, I saw. He looked horrible. Saw that CM Punk sign, so I think he might be here. I think he might be coming back tonight. I saw a CM Punk sign, so he might be coming back.
Y'all know me. I am a visionary. I am a revolutionary. I am Seth.
I'll turn it a little bit. I'm just kind of low a little bit.
God, I love this building, man.
There we go.
From Chicago, obligatory CM Punk chant. Get it out of the system. Be honest with you, I couldn't care less about that guy right now. Look, he's just not my business at the moment. My business is the World Heavyweight Championship.
Yep.
My business is SummerSlam, getting back the title that I never lost. My business is beating the Tribal Chief. My business is beating the OTC. My business is continuing to own Roman Reigns. I get it. Obligatory OTC champ. Bad news, Roman is not here tonight. Hey, I don't like it here. I don't like it either. But look, I have run that play a million times. I'm not going to run it again. That's just how it is. Roman Reigns did not come here tonight because either A, he didn't think it did anything for him to be here, or B, the check wasn't big enough.
Fans chanting OTC to themselves.
That's just who Roman Reigns is, guys. Chicago, that's just who he is. That's who he's always been. Because Roman Reigns, from day one, has been the chosen one.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody wants to hold Roman Reigns accountable, ever. The Shield debuted as a trio.
Yep. And I was there when that happened. I was there.
Right? There were three of us, but it was made abundantly clear that Roman Reigns was the chosen one.
Yep.
Roman was going to be the guy on the marquee. Roman was going to be the big star. Roman was going to be the guy who main evented all the WrestleManias. And it didn't matter if Roman Reigns couldn't cut a promo. It didn't matter if Roman Reigns couldn't wrestle his way out of a wet paper bag. It was always going to be Roman Reigns. And I'll be honest with you, Chicago. You're always honest with me. I'm going to be honest with you. That didn't sit right with me. And I'll tell you why. There's a little boy here in the front row. I know how old he is, 4, 5, 6, 7, I'm not sure.
Is he talking about the one in the front row or the one in the back?
He's 9. Another one over here, 4, 5, he's 5. We got another 5-year-old. I was that boy. I was that boy. I sat in these stands, and all I ever wanted to do my entire life was to walk down that ramp, was to hold this microphone in my hand, was to get inside this ring. I wanted to main event WrestleManias. I wanted to be the biggest star in this industry. Those were my dreams. And to watch those dreams be handed off to somebody else, that broke something in me. That broke something in me.
Sure.
And every decision that I made after that.
I think you were pointing out the little kids.
To watching my
I don't know what's fun though. I don't know if pointing out the one in the back or the one in the front.
I didn't feel
There's some video.
When I broke up the Shield,
don't even get me started on that.
Catch up to Roman Reigns. When I cashed in,
I remember when that happened. When the show broke up, I was looking mad.
That was so I could stay close to Roman Reigns. And I know that sounds petty, and it was. But I truly believe in my heart that if I put in the work, if I sacrificed, if I worked hard, and I believed in myself, I can still achieve those dreams. I believe that Roman Reigns and I were running the same race before Chicago. Was I wrong? And it occurred to me a couple of years back. Roman Reigns said something about me that changed everything for me. He admitted the fact that he worked 10 times less than I did, and he made 10 times more than I did. And he said that bullshit with such bravado that it made me want to puke. Because for me, it was never about the money. For me, it was never about making billions of dollars, living in some mansion in South Beach. For me, the reward.
I hope someone posted about CM Punk return to Raw also too. I posted mine too. But I might clip it though. But highlights of it. But take it from the live stream and then post it.
It was the ability to come in here and make something of yourself. Roman Reigns has to beat me at SummerSlam. Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know why he's got to beat me? Because Roman needs to justify what he's been trying to prove to himself for the last 15 years. And that's that he's not a fraud. But I need to beat Roman Reigns at SummerSlam just as much. Because I need to prove to myself. And that 5-year-old Seth Rollins that was sitting in the stands, I need to prove to him that through hard work, through sacrifice, and dreams, you still can achieve greatness.
Facts.
And this day, well, this is obviously unexpected.
Facts. I was not sure that LA Knight
I think it's safe to say it's welcome by the city of Chicago. The roof just came off the Allstate Arena.
That was funny. The way it came on.
Many years now. Of course, that bloodline headed by the current world champion, the man Roberts is talking about, Roman Reigns. Let me talk to you. You gotta understand something. There was no way that for 2 weeks in a row, I was gonna sit back there and listen to this again, because last week, Roman Reigns sauntered out here about to bore everybody to sleep, and what did you do? You came out and joined him, and the two of you bored everybody to sleep with the same old trash. It's Seth Rollins. It's Roman Reigns. Yippee Skippy.
Yippee Skippy.
You guys come out here, you're happy-handed, you're bloviating all over each other, and meanwhile,
what do you mean by that?
What a great little cheat code. All you had to do was come out here and talk about how great you were, how great he was, and all of a sudden, you get a title shot. I happen to remember a time when you had to win matches, when you had to win tournaments to get your opportunity at the title. And just correct me if I'm wrong, but you did lose in the first round of King of the Ring, didn't you? Hey,
I mean,
no shame, no shame. I lost in the first round too.
Yep.
But the difference between you, the difference between me, is I'm not making a claim out here to the World Heavyweight Champion just for nostalgia's sake.
I mean, you got a point.
Hey, brother. Hey, little brother. Brother, you want to have a match, brother? Yeah, let's wrestle, brother. Maybe we'll go get haircuts, brother. We'll get the same haircut, brother. Maybe we'll get the same beard, brother. Yeah, why don't we do that? We're the greatest of all time, brother. Greatest in what? Huh?
I know he was going to do it. I know he was going to do that impression. Sorry, this is where CM Punk comes off. He got it.
Let me remind you just a couple of years ago. Yeah, I haven't been here as long as you. You're an Iron Man. I'm going to give it to you. You've had so many world title shots.
It got to be. This got to be where CM Punk comes out at some point.
However,
it got to be.
You want to talk about the greatest generation? Let's talk about this a couple years ago. When business was really starting to pick up here, when business was really starting to peak, yeah. Who was at the top of that? It wasn't Seth Rollins. It wasn't Roman Reigns. Yeah, I'm going to give some credit to Cody Rhodes, but let's look at what came storming through the WWE, a force like nobody's ever seen. Everywhere you went, you heard everybody saying,
yeah.
Because if we're going to come out here and give ourselves flowers, I'll give myself some. Because here's what happened. Yeah, I'm making my rise. Here's the acclivity. And what happens? Here's what you're really good at. Here's what Roman Reigns is really good at. I got cut off by the bloodline and the numbers with Roman Reigns. Then a little while later, I come across Seth Rollins in the Vision. I get cut off. Now, here we are again. Roman Reigns and the bloodline trying to stuff LA Knight back down to the bottom, but you can't do it. You're the greatest generation at one thing, being the two biggest vomits in this business. You want to talk about what's great? You're great at manipulating numbers to hold guys like me down. But the bottom line is this. You can't stop me. You won't stop me. I will rise because I must rise.
I mean, he got a point there. LA Knight got a point there. I ain't mad at his promo.
You done?
He said you're done. You sound like me when I say that.
You know what? I don't like you. But I respect you. I respect you, and I'll tell you why. You are a shining example of everything that I just described. You are hard work, you are grind, you are hustle. My friend, I believe your time will come. But right now, I cannot worry about you. Because I have to go to SummerSlam and get back a title that I never lost. And when I get that title back, if you want to step to me one more time, you can be the first person I will put in the dirt. LA Knight shooting his shot tonight.
This It's Jimmy. It's Jimmy Uso. I know I saw someone in the ring. I was like, is that Jimmy?
A little payback for Jimmy Uso from last week. He's got some major problems. Keep up the your decision forced my hand. Your decision. We all know you failed as a wrestler. Now you're failing at the end. No, I'm trying to protect the interest of SmackDown. You punch
not all of them are arguing with each other.
The industry is bigger than your ego, and your ego is why we're in this situation. Yes. If you would have done something different, he'd done that to you. You know what? You're the one that lost your temper. Don't come here and try to run the show. Yeah, don't talk to me about Don't talk to me about Mr. Buddy Shelley, because you're doing a pretty crappy job without you. Because Cody's been attacked, and he might be hurt badly, and that is most definitely on you.
Yeah, I said that. I said that. I heard his voice. I was like, is that Nick Aldis? Street Profits versus Division. Street Profits better win. If they lose, I'm like, bro. Dominant. Never mind. I'm about to say, don't tell me he in the match too.
Pepperoni and toast cheese. With one piece of Little Caesars, finally eat my spider. Remember the pizza for $8.99. See Spider-Man brand new day pizza. Credit One Bank presents Max Evans. He's a credit friend. His eyes are bigger than his wallet. And his credit score pays the price. You see, Max doesn't know he should only use 30% or less of his credit limit, because using his full line can lower his score. Don't be like Max out. Instead, learn how to avoid the records at creditrecords.com. Credit One Bank. For once and again. On this first one, I'm not in talk.
I'm here.
We're having a watch party.
Yeah, sounds like fun.
Yeah. Hey, Alan, what's up with that?
Unlimited home internet that keeps everyone connected. When the connection matters, it has to be AT&T.
Arby's cheesesteak with 100% Angus steak and melty Cooper cheese. Some say it's meat and cheese done right, and some people don't say anything because frankly it's rude to talk with your mouth full. Arby's, we have the meat.
Play like this, play like that, play fast, play hard, play with the goal, play without the goal and still win. Play together, play the rematch of the rematch of the rematch, play against your BFF, brother, and now your grandma who's surprisingly good at it. Open your heart, head, left hand, play with the goalkeeper, she's striker. Wait, what? Play David Pressure with Brazil, play Soccer Benito with Germany, play FIFA World Cup on Netflix games.
Money in the Bank is coming to Smoothie King Center in New Orleans on Saturday, October 10th. Tickets go on sale on Friday. There's a pre-sale starting on Thursday via Ticketmaster. Speaking of Money in the Bank, Jackie Rittman is standing by with a former Money in the Bank winner, among others.
Thank you so much. Backstage with Division, guys. In a few minutes, you'll take on the Street Profits with the World Tag Team Championships on the line. I mean, considering everything that's happened the last few weeks, Logan, how much pressure are you guys feeling heading into this title opportunity?
Don't worry about the whole thing. You cannot even take out seven freaking Rollins. And you didn't even take out Joe Hendry.
Somebody's mad.
Street Profits, come back with something worthy of your wise man.
Please turn off that dirty face. Like, please. Please, I beg you. I want him to be faced so bad.
Big time pressure on the Vision. They still want counsel from the Oracle, Paul Heyman. He hasn't never necessarily been able to respond to. We're about to find out how mentally strong the Vision truly is. Moments before a tag team title match, Heyman dumping the added pressure on Theory and Breaker could spell disaster for the Vision. Well, it's ironic because Theory refers to himself as life. But Brett, and he is under pressure here tonight. Let's see how he responds. It was a couple of weeks ago on Monday Night Raw for the Street Profits beat the Vision to win the tag team title. Well, with a little bit of help from Joe Hendry and Seth Freakin' Rollins, but nonetheless, the Profits are now four-time tag team champions, one-time NXT tag team champions. This is for all the gold tonight. Montez Ford, born in Chicago, Illinois, enjoying the whole game for him tonight. And he'll start things off against Von Breaker. The question for you, Corey, what mood is Breaker in after he had that steel cage match back in Night of Champions losing to Rollins?
I'm being perfectly honest, I've been a little too nervous to get near Braun Breaker since Night of Champions. But the man is always insanely intense and ready for battle. Case in point, right off the opening bell, Breaker bringing the fight to Ford.
And Austin Theory off the tag. The Vision held the tag title for 83 days before their loss. Breaker standing moonsault, great athleticism, covered out by Theory, looking for a quick victory and a kick out by Montez Ford. These two teams are 1-1 against each other. The Vision actually beat the Profits back at Saturday night's main event in May. Scoring up and over. Without Austin Theory and this drop kick deflection that got him in this matchup. Finally seeing the fight is sitting here in WWE. Join this group division. That can all come crashing down tonight.
All going slow for Austin Theory as Ford and Dawkins show the world why they're the champs. Covered by Dawkins.
And a kick out by Theory at 1. Theory last week, as mentioned by Heyman, that lost to a returning Joe Hendry. Nice lead bar by Theory. Dawkins showing off his athleticism.
Oh, wow! Thinking there's nothing wrong. Look, covered here by Dawkins.
Isn't enough and a kick out by Theory.
Nothing wrong with coming up short from a superstar as talented in the ring as Joe Hendry.
Well, not at all, but it's the timing of it all. The fact that Braun Breaker wasn't able to get rid of the kept Rollins. The fact that the World Tag Team Championships are no longer around the Vision's waist. It's one problem compounding on the next. Breaker was warmly intense, but a bit more intense here tonight, it seems. And Dawkins with a nice standing drop kick. Incredible athleticism for a man the size of Angelo Dawkins.
The Profits also have to keep an eye out at ringside for Logan Paul, who is recovering from injury. He's out here in support of the team. Profits was fighting with Theory. That's going to allow Breaker now. Try to take control of these fights. And there's the fight next time. My God, Breaker, the unpredictable badass. The challengers have taken control.
Don't stop this. A new loyalty program. You can earn access to exclusive experiences, rewards, and more. Club Wingstop members eat first. Enjoy today. 5 free bonuses. That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect.
It's everything that's gonna happen. Let me tell you.
To the world we created. But every time you drive after drinking, music gets drowned out. Life sounds pretty great. Don't let buzz ruin it. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzz. So close you can almost taste it. What? He's gonna walk away? Time to bring the juice. Buying cars is kind of a big deal. If you've got dealership mode in the car moves app, it's like your car buying sidekick when it's time to decide. Car moves. Download the app and try to
Everything that's gonna happen. Let me tell you. Star in this industry. God, I can't wait for this match. Seth and Roman is just gonna be awesome. So much history, man.
Whoa, that that's bad. Now you can actually catch up over the royal wood-fired style pizza. Perfectly honest. Perfectly crispy and air because you thought you'd only get at a restaurant. And you want to chase down with Frank while always going to put it back with it. It's not the original. It's the royal wood-fired style pizza. Bring the fun anywhere. Netflix Playground. A place to play with characters, age and parents, without any love.
There are over 12,000 here tonight in Chicago at Allstate Arena. First of all, a scheduled 3 championship matches. This for the World Tag Titles. Montez Ford of the Tag Champions just exploded off the top rope. Simultaneous tags on opposing sides of the ring. Ford had to call that audible mid-air. And now he's got a Braun Breaker stud. Uber athletic. Montez Ford with a step up in Zagiri. Ford needs to keep his foot on the gas pedal. Montez knows exactly how dangerous Breaker can be. And another kick to the temple of Breaker. Now up to the top rope goes the high flying Ford. What a cross body. Lateral press. Into another pain. And a kick out by Breaker. Psychologically, how did that loss of the steel cage affect Breaker? I think it may take some time before we truly see the effects, specifically long term, of what it did with Braun Breaker. But right now, pump up power slam by Breaker, tag in theory. Breaker seems to have returned to form relatively quickly. Here comes Austin Theory, the pressure. Oh my goodness! He delivered the Theory. Tag made. Angelo Dawkins is legal. And here comes Big Dawkins, double team coming. Ford with a block to the start of the top rope. Dawkins, cover.
would have been a 3 count if
Near fall for the Profits.
Breaker didn't get in the ring. That would have been a 3 count right there if Breaker didn't get in the ring.
And Ford. Oh my Lord! Montez Ford hit hard. Here comes Dawkins. And Dawkins with a kick. Get Breaker dropped to his knee. Theory catches it with the left hand. And Austin Theory on the front neck breaker. Dawkins will turn it into one of his own. A double underhooks. Spinning neck breaker from Angelo Dawkins. Critical point in his tag team championship match. And Paul's got the front knuckles again. And he got caught. Morgan Paul. Gonna be sent back to the left room. He's gonna stuff his head knuckles. Brilliant. That was a decoy. Breaker's got the knuckles. Breaker's got the knuckles. Paul's got the official distracted. Dawkins. Oh, I thought he was a spinning top. Dawkins beat Breaker with a punch. Here comes Ford. And Montez Ford. Breaker taken out.
What about to get disqualified? He in the ring. You about to get it.
Moving forward. Dawkins got the knuckles. Dawkins got the knuckles. Logan Paul's got the official distracted. Dawkins is going to use the best knuckles. Oh, long run by Maxine Dupree.
What the?
The Magic.
Of course. Of course. Why was Maxine there? I'm so confused. Why is Maxine Loki just there? Is she what? Why is Maxine randomly just going up to Austin Theory and kissing him? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense to me. It just feels random. Like, let's just see just what Otis.
We all got our answer. Maxine Cole's theory.
She is choosing anybody at this point. She is choosing anybody. I'm actually not loving you, but make up your mind. Like, stop changing people. What the fuck? Is she what? Yes. It just doesn't make sense to me. It don't.
Look, I can't sign off on him tonight. Yeah, I guess you know. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm with you. He says no more hands are tied. If he needs hands, can we take him out and handle that?
So I'm guessing we're not getting Sammy versus Cody.
Meanwhile, there's the Intercontinental Champion, Solo Luca. She will defend the title against the Judgment Day's Raquel Rodriguez on Championship Monday here tonight.
Come on now. That is what the people want to see. It's about the home run derby live on Netflix. Well, happy dinners. Right style fight. Welcome to a new era of baseball with respect. The team of home run derby live on Netflix. I punch you inside. It's not gone. Ready? personal pizzas from Papa John's. Order 2 or more for $6.99 each. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's. No smart. That's how you make a pizza.
There was no great American dad. After we become a sonic boom across this country didn't tip no on the world stage. Hell no. We were born loud. Liberty is loud, baby. Something to say. There's something to prove. Prove it. Because in this country, it is loud to trust. Ricky, flip it. Drunk, stick it. Saturday night's main event returns to Madison Square Garden in New York City a week from Saturday. Tickets are on sale now via Ticketmaster. Moments ago, an ultimatum from Paul Heyman to the Vision. Come back with something worthy of your wise man. Or don't come back.
Hey, also their turn until I would be mad. Because I don't think he's going to be in the Vision for that long. I don't. He's going to turn heel at some point. He's going to end up leaving. I just know he is.
Until this shocking turn of events, some of the most unexpected held possible in the form of Maxine Dupree going low on Dawkins and helping Theory and Blake to regain the World Tag Team title. Maxine Dupree shows Theory. I'm proud of you, and I'm happy for you. You deserve this. You're champions. You're the best this business has. And you got me too, which makes us even better. I love you guys. I love you guys.
This is the most odd tag team ever.
But it's only a first.
This is like the most randomest booking I've ever seen in my whole life.
At least someone got something.
It's like I'm with it at first, and then I'm just like, what the hell?
I was talking to her.
And don't get me wrong, I love Maxine Dupree. I do. I just wasn't expecting her to be an awesome theory. That's the only thing that threw me off. I'm like, what is she just with Chad Gable and Otis? Exactly. That's. I feel the same way they feel. We both like what? All like what the hell? Exactly. Otis and what's I tried to get the other guy name. They both reacted the same way I reacted. Like, what the hell?
British World Champion Liv Morgan and her challenger for SummerSlam, Io Sky, but turn into an ambush. Io should have seen this coming, but she was surrounded by the judges. They left with no choice but to start swinging. The genius of the sky, the 2026 queen of the ring, would hold her own very effectively for a few moments until inevitably the numbers game.
Just have to show that how much of it, if so, I was there.
SummerSlam Challenger. Yeah, this is what Io Sky has.
They're gonna meet with the John Cena shirt on.
Let's mark it to the Judgment Day.
Yeah, I can see myself on top. I just found myself.
Submission once again. As it sent to Io Sky.
The judgment has all the momentum. Last week, JD Dominic found the message about widow little Trick Danhausen. And you yourself. So tonight,
her teammate are not happy for her being with. Nope, not at all. I was trying to look on Ulta's face and Underdog.
Tonight, I'm going to rip that title off the soul with this list. Tonight, that title's as good as mine!
Hey, Mommy Cool! Oh my God. Steve, still have that. You don't have to choose it. I'm pretty sure Danhausen has committed a litany of crimes at this point.
True.
Shaw Rooker versus Raquel Rodriguez.
Tough test for the young champion. Raquel for the title next.
The other has a sunflower butter in the back of your stomach. You do your best to help them avoid food allergies, but accidents can still happen. Zolair is an FDA-approved injection proven to significantly reduce allergic reactions from accidental food exposure. Taken once or twice a month, it focuses on the source of food allergen reactions. For adults and children as young as 1, Zolair is effective in reducing allergic reactions to a single or multiple foods.
Don't use your allergic to Zolair. Zolair may cause a severe life-threatening allergic reaction called anaphylaxis. Tell your doctor if you ever had anaphylaxis. It can't help right away if you have trouble breathing or under swelling of your throat or tongue. Zolair should not be used for the emergency treatment of allergic reactions, including anaphylaxis. Zolair is for maintenance use to reduce allergic reactions, including anaphylaxis while avoiding food allergies. Serious side effects such as cancer, fever, muscle aches, rash, parasitic infection, or chronic circulation problems have been reported.
Help reduce your child's food allergy reactions in the next 8 weeks. Ask an allergist about Zolair.
Monday nuggets, fried chicken, Wednesday wings, Thursday fingers, Friday nuggets again. Now that's living life to the fullest. Get straight on the front of the day.
You found a way to question things DNA.
If you simulate this up, run. Replace with the threat. I think I might go see how Rangers doing.
You're not going to get away with this with this guy.
I didn't know you could get that way.
SummerSlam is coming to U.S. Bank Stadium in Minnesota. 3 weeks from Saturday, August 1st and 2nd. Individual and combo tickets are on sale now via Ticketmaster. Speaking of SummerSlam, we got a massive announcement for next week in Dallas with SummerSlam implications. An Intercontinental Championship #1 contender gauntlet match. Cable, Javon Evans, Dragon Lee, Joe Hendry, Ethan Page, Bruce Jenner, and Dirty Dominic Mysterio. The winner will challenge Penta at SummerSlam. We're going backstage right now to Jackie Redmond, who's been the champ.
Thanks so much, and fresh off of that exciting news, please welcome your Intercontinental Champion, Penta. What's up?
How are you?
I'm wonderful. Thank you for asking. Listen, next week we find out the #1 contender to that very title. What are your thoughts on the field?
I'm excited for both of them. You know, I know names like Joe Hendry, Dragon Lee,
Freaking Page, and Rusev. And Rusev, and Ethan Page.
You don't mention our names, but you know whose name you will not get to mention? The Rey Mysterio. After sharing the ring with me, he's found his way out of the gauntlet and on the shelf.
And crushed.
Hey. I'm trying to watch what you say about Rey Mysterio.
And you better start learning English before I crush you too.
Hey!
Sorry, Gabriel.
No problem here. Yes, we do.
No, we absolutely do not. Listen, we'll get to your favorite part of this job, but let me do my part first. Let's go negotiate with Pierce. Get ourselves.
Don't get me wrong, I like Ethan Page. I mean Ethan Page. But I don't like his new theme song. It's ass. It sucks.
I understand. But please.
They should have kept the old one.
Go out. We settle. See if that tag team match happens later on tonight. Meanwhile, this is the second of 3 title matches scheduled for tonight. It's for the Women's Intercontinental Championship, the official Jessica Carr. Soul Ruka, the champion, Raquel Rodriguez of the Judgment Day, the challenger. And the reason I say scheduled, Corey, is because we still don't know what's going to happen with Sami Zayn defending his WWE Championship here tonight. Cody Rhodes attacked by Booker at the start of the program tonight, and we understand now that Rhodes has left the arena to go to the hospital for the diagnostic scans that the doctor wants before he will clear Cody to compete tonight. Right now, Raquel Rodriguez has an opportunity with her third singles championship in WWE. Rodriguez certainly possesses a power advantage over the champion Soul Ruka, but Ruka is so unpredictable inside the ring. She's so hard to plan for because she is so athletically plus. You have the unorthodox offensive style of Soul Ruka. After Raquel, a 5-time tag team champion, but to Corey's point, the last time she actually held singles gold was 5 years ago, and that was the NXT Women's Championship. And look at the power now of Raquel Rodriguez looking to neutralize the speed and quickness of Soul Ruka, which you just saw there. Ripping Ruka down to the mat, shoulders down, and Soul will get the shoulder up and again, powering her down the mat. Soul gets the shoulder up again. Yeah, another bridge kicked out that time by Ruka. We have said this on a number of occasions. Raquel Rodriguez will be a singles champion one day. It could be tonight. Roll it down, no, roll through. I agree with you wholeheartedly. Raquel constantly improving, constantly working on her game, adding new moves to her arsenal, studying from superstars in the past. And Soul trying to fight back, hung up on the top rope, brought to the apron, kick now to Rodriguez. Raquel staggered. Line something up here, slipped on the bottom rope, and that's why we talk about high risks in this business. Soul, driven face first into the top turnbuckle, and Raquel Rodriguez took advantage of that mishap and now taking control of this match. That's been where Soul Ruka lives. She loves to take these high risks, but even flashing maneuvers. They do generally serve her very well. But in the instance that they don't, it could cost her big time. Well, she's got to stay away from Raquel on the power game. And now trying to get Raquel struggle first into the turnbuckle. The last type of match, Ruka knocked off Lyra Valkyria, who apparently has gone off the deep end. Here comes Ruka. moves out of harm's way. And they will roll through. And now drop the. Oh, Ruka lands on the apron. Caught. Cartwheel. Oh, what a kick. Almost took Rodriguez off her feet. And a springboard. Oh, corkscrew. Sol Ruka taking out the challenger. Indeed, she is. Almost feel Sol Ruka's confidence growing as this match progresses. First time ever, these two got one-on-one in their careers. Coming out by Ruka on the challenger, Raquel powers out at two. Sol picked out mid-air. Wow, that's on her feet. You saw the leadership. Oh, Raquel, the next clothesline. About the count that takes the champion. Covered by Raquel. Hooks the leg and Sol somehow kicks out. My God, what a clothesline. Oh. Inside the ring, he is one.
So outside the ring, we like to live.
Like that, into a Tony Solo.
I want full product with the ENT.
And living up the retirement. That's a gift. What you mean? It's a snap.
That is what led him.
Yeah.
This weekend on NBC and Peacock. The 2026 MLB Draft starts here, and the next generation takes the field for the All-Star Futures Game on NBC and Peacock. Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfect. Imperfect. But every time you drive out to drink it, music gets drowned out. Life sounds pretty great. Don't let buzz ruin it. Buzz drive is drunk driving. Don't drive buzz.
Hey, it's John Cena. Today we're talking cashback racing because John is free rewards. Now you can get 5% cash back on stuff like groceries or gas. Done yet, done enough. Your electric bills, your phone bills, your streaming bills. Because all those purchases build your credit. You can park that cash back in a high-yield savings account. You're hitting your goals in no time. And that is free bank. Oh, sorry, I thought I was done. Don't bet the old way. Switch to John, America's #1 choice for banking.
12,458 Allstate Arena, Chicago Drive, 2 of 3 scheduled championship matches. Raquel Rodriguez, Sol Ruka for the Intercontinental Championship. Already, the World Tag Team title had changed hands tonight. The Street Profits losing to the Vision thanks to Maxine Dupree. Still awaiting updates regarding Cody Rhodes' physical condition. Shoulder and out. Ruka now. Roll through. Raquel able to spin out of it. Great move that time by Jessica Carr, the official, as Raquel slowly makes it to her feet. This is Wildly with a clothesline. Oh, it's fine. Covered by the champ. Hook to the leg. Raquel kicks out. And you were mentioning Cody Rhodes, who was attacked earlier tonight. As we take another look. Crossbody by the Intercontinental Champion that took down the challenger but couldn't put Raquel away. Cody's scheduled to take on Sami Zayn for the WWE Championship in our main event tonight. Cody's attacked by Gunther. Cody's been sent to the hospital for diagnostic scans, so we still don't know what's going to happen in our main event later on tonight. Cody wasn't just attacked, his head was slammed in a car door by the ring general. Yeah, it was just a disgusting assault by a very bitter and jealous Gunther. Luca now doing her best to chop down the powerhouse of the Judgment Day. Raquel Rodriguez. Oh, get her whips about her and a nice missile drop kick by Ruka, who's looking to rally. And within the opening, Soul Ruka was waiting for her. Raquel on her knees, Soul Ruka, shining wizard, cover now. Hook away, is it up and a kick out by Rodriguez. Take another look. The running knee from Soul Ruka knocked the jaw of Rodriguez. And now Soul has an opportunity to go up. Oh! Top rope splash, nobody home. Raquel Rodriguez caught him in the knee. And look who's out here now. Roxanne Perez. Raquel stacks up. Ruka kicked at her too. So much for your theory that Raquel wanted to do this on her own. Raquel is still doing it on her own. How do we know that Roxanne's not just here to cheer on her Judgment Day sister? And saying about what they called earlier. We got thrown out of the arena. Now, so Ruka. Roxanne Perez City up on the apron now, arguing with the official, Jessica Carr. And Liv Morgan, Ruka was going to the Soul Snatcher. Oh, trap Liv Morgan now. Coming to the aid of Raquel. Rodriguez. Oh, is it enough for the win? Ruka still in it. The look on Liv Morgan's face tells the tale. Absolute shock. Raquel is shocked as well. Roxanne Perez is livid. And here comes Liv Morgan's SummerSlam challenger. Well, the Judgment Day thought they put the heel on her. Heel on the barricade to take out Roxanne. And now Leo and Liv Morgan going at it. Back kick drops the Women's World Champion. Oh, a moonsault from the genius in the sky. And Rodriguez is taking her eye off the ball. This is a goal. Soul Snatcher. Now Soul Ruka. The cover. Retains the title. Here is your winner. And still the women's tag team continental champion. Soul Ruka. Well, it couldn't happen to a nicer group of people. Io Sky making sure Soul Ruka keeps the title tonight. Io delivering an acai moonsault to the outside to take out Liv and Roxanne. And as Raquel watched on, Soul Ruka will capitalize. The Soul Snatcher and still Intercontinental Champion. Liv Morgan's got a problem. A big problem. When it comes to Io Sky, the first weekend of August at SummerSlam. You think Liv isn't well aware of the fact that she is hunting? She's a target right now, and the genius of the sky is the one doing the hunting. Speaking of SummerSlam, speaking of hunters and hunting, how about the way that we kicked off Monday Night Raw last week?
What a match fetch.
I want to make sure I heard your legs. You did. So SummerSlam. You're sure, 100% sure? Yes, I'm sure. It needs to happen, and I'll be the one to put that energy on. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2026 King of the Ring, Olga Ready! Now that destiny has played out, she is not finished with me. A choice has to be made.
Congratulations. That's a hell of a feat. King of the Ring. Now, my apologies, Nova. I have not watched the show. Everybody knows I don't watch the show. I gotta rely on Mr. Heyman over here.
Paul tells me that you're really good at calling me names. Like, when I'm not here, you call Brock Lesnar a coward. No, Lesnar. When I'm not here, you call Brock Lesnar a bitch. You've got a pretty big decision to make. Maybe I can help you out with that. You know what they say? Brock, get hit. And you said I called you names behind your back. Well, guess what? You're in front of me, and you're still a bitch. Me and you, one-on-one, over Femi versus Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam. I accept, Omar, but here's one condition. Hell, you finish this. You look in.
And what does Brock Lesnar's advocate think of all this? Paul Heyman is here live at that place.
Communication. What we really realize is that women, in fact, see how that you like to give you ears on that TV series. Good TV, the switch, the martial arts team. That's cool.
Using the new $10 crispy corn pan from Pizza Hut. It's the original pan you love. Take it to the next level. That crispy golden brown crust.
That literally I've been doing this for 20 years. And guess what? I'm going to show you what Ronnie fans look like in 2026. There's little old me.
What? He's gonna walk away? I'm gonna bring the juice.
Never leave a fit behind. Rip it, and bring the juice.
That flavor's just out of reach. Drop the labels and bring the juice.
You know, pay less for less, and deal. It's just less. When we pay less and you get more, that's a good deal. And that's Straight Talk Wireless. Straight Talk's always been the same price since it started, back in 2009. And we always offer free 5G phones for new and existing customers on America's most reliable 5G network. Straightforward, always. Finding the same place for always not straightforward prices.
Switch to Straight Talk Wireless, and that plan's starting at just $25 a month, exclusively at Walmart and StraightTalk.com. Do you remember the gift box that you got?
I didn't. I'm so sorry. That's right. I was so bad.
Hey, I was practiced to the great. I scored 2 goals. Wow, that's super.
You're not proud of yourself, man.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, 2 weeks from tomorrow, Tuesday, July 21st, John Cena 65, a fan return for the next generation of superstars live communication. WWE Unreal takes viewers inside WWE's biggest TV
It might not seem like a big deal, but everything's just so much better.
Needed to change things for everyone.
I was supposed to be the center, but not to make it. I wasn't pushing it, so nobody noticed what I do instead.
I can't wait for WWE Unreal from tomorrow here in Memphis. I hope we can. Wait for this. So much fun. You will be most physically dominant. And we advocate for the players' combat fighters. It's no shame. Oh, God, damn me.
I'm stacking them up. I just have a different ways right now. I'm stacking them up. I just have a different ways right now. I'm stacking them up. I'm stacking them up. I got time to deal with pushy, try to live my life, yeah. I just had to change the top to the top, yeah. I just...
In the middle belly. And that hurt more than almost anything Oma has ever experienced. It waters up your eyes and forces everything to crawl up in your belly. Your knees go together. Your voice gets a little higher. And the bad news for Oma
This skin
belly
costs
is
2,000
that
V-Bucks.
nothing
I got the exact same one for
Nothing.
free. Same
compared to the pain he's going to suffer inside hell in a cell.
Yeah, picking it to a dog. For the nights in the past, ain't giving up. With an unforgettable night, you couldn't take it. You were too busy together in the gym. Now live, we spew it out. I said he loved me so much. All my good messages saying that it is true. Told my homies that I know they're up another side. Can't go getting high, slim, pouring up the track. Club nights, fireworks in the field. BS, full of VIP. Trying to see all of the girls in the crowd getting back. There was one of them that tried to suck the S6 on the way over for the DJ to play my shit. And I'm so Cleveland, yeah, that's my shit. Thought it was all gone, trying to do more shit. At least I was counting money, so you'll be rich. And they rather spend it all on my kid. They feel like close on their strips. Sign my name across their kids. Shit. Now where we at next? I don't know where we go, don't trust. Make it and I trust your fresh. And take it and I'm not no chef. Yes, let me hit one more time like Brandy. Let me hit 9 more shots like 50. Bitch, I hustle, but I ain't nipsy. Bitch, I rage. Who gets tipsy? Yeah, let's talk about alcohol. So when I hold you, get in my bed. And I say hoes, cause I mean what I want. I'm a freak, so girl, gonna grab your brain. Count.
One more time.
Shit, in the room, can you smell that shit? Heat it up and it's that red shit. 93 Michael Jordan red shit. And I'm so MVP, they're pro, they got shit on me. And I fuck like a porn star, one of the girls, but I don't play ball, but they know I got that. I'm on chest for NYC, going in stores like FYE. Show my face on MTV, she's like I'm a little hand like an amputee. Give it on me, give it on kill. I don't look over, I look like jail. I just fuck over, fuck them live and make your pay. Call that fail, those on me like a newborn, get up in the car. Pull up to the party in an all black you car. Presidential shit, but I don't got a suit on. No shit, gotta keep my head like Tucson. Innovate, get it in y'all. Any day, any place, gotta go hard. Step into the party and the cameras go off. Get up with a nigga when I'm in my trial. Oh no, hell no. I am wild in the motherfucker right now. I can smoke all your weed, you can't. I be smoking shit to make you do the Macarena. I be on the east side, I be with the gangsta. I be doing your bitch, she has to complain now. And she be screaming real loud like a singer. Let me hit it one more time. One more time. One more time. One more time. One
I think you learned last week. Talk shit, get hit. But I'll talk facts. I'll state for the record. You know why I'm valuable? I'm valuable because I prevent people from making bad mistakes. You made a bad mistake. Not at WrestleMania. At WrestleMania, you accomplished something over. I got to give you as much credit for. You proved to the entire world that Brock Lesnar is beatable. And then in Italy, Brock Lesnar proved Opa Femi is beatable too. So now comes the trilogy match, and we have to find out which one of you goes on being that unbeatable superstar, right? Well, let's examine who's stepping into Hell in a Cell. You're not stepping into Hell in a Cell with just anybody. You're stepping into Hell in a Cell with Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar was the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC heavyweight champion of the world. There's no one that fights in a cage like Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar destroyed The Undertaker inside Hell in a Cell. Hell in a Cell was invented by The Undertaker. And Brock Lesnar didn't just beat Undertaker once inside Hell in a Cell. Brock Lesnar beat Undertaker twice inside Hell in a Cell. You didn't accept a challenge to step into just a cage with Brock Lesnar. You didn't accept a challenge for a cell. That cell is the Proctagon. And inside that Proctagon, Brock Lesnar will leave SummerSlam. Only one man will leave Hell in a Cell with that reputation intact that he is truly the unbeatable superstar in WWE. And that man is not a man at all. He's a beast. And his name is Brock Lesnar. And the beatable one is going to be over.
You showed up. Your client, Brock Lesnar, showed up last week. And you know what that tells me? After weeks and weeks of calling him out and calling him names and saying everything under the sun to no avail, seemingly, he finally shows up. That tells me that every word that I said got to him. Every single thing I said about him got under his skin. And now he can pretend like he doesn't watch the show. The fact that he showed up tells me he definitely watches the show. But then you're here now to do your usual damage control and tell me about how great Brock Lesnar is, and you keep writing all these checks that Brock probably cannot even cash. Because that's what you are, Paul. You've been reduced. You're less than an advocate. You're just a mouth. And that's the thing about a mouth. Mouths need to be fed. But how can you feed if you have no head? That's why you're really out here telling everybody how great Brock Lesnar is, preaching his accolades, telling us about Randy Couture and Undertaker, when neither of those men are overfeming. That's why you're here. Because you're scared. Once again, you're scared and you are here for damage control. Every man knows when his time has come, whether it be the beginning or the end. And trust me, Paul, this is the end. This is the final chapter. This is where the book closes. This is Overfemi versus Brock Lesnar in hell in a cell. And what bigger stage to do it than SummerSlam, Minneapolis, Minnesota, in front of his friends, in front of his family, in front of his wife. I'll beat him in front of his children. Because he has been the single thing that has stood between me and destiny, me and salvation. And I've learned a very valuable lesson now. You have to walk through hell in order to get to heaven. So tell your clients, I'll see you in hell.
Indeed, Overfemi will. 3 weeks from Saturday it begins. The 2-night SummerSlam. Femi, Lesnar, locked in hell in a cell.
I'm backstage with undisputed WWE champion, Sami Zayn. Sami, we've been trying to find out the medical status of Cody Rhodes all night long. You are supposed to defend this championship against him in tonight's main event. Unfortunately, I can confirm that Cody Rhodes is no longer able to compete tonight. Can I get your reaction to this breaking news?
Volume in the spirit in the ring.
Really out?
He does. You saw how quick he ran.
Look, Cody and I have our differences. Okay? At the end of the day, I'm a good guy. Okay? Some
He's
might
telling
say
you this is
that
where
I'm
CM Punk
a
come
really
out.
good guy around here. I don't wish ill upon Cody or anyone for that matter, especially Cody. I was kind of looking forward to testing myself against QB1. Look, I don't think it was meant to be. Honestly, this night kind of felt cursed from the beginning. I never truly understood why he was defending the WWE Championship on Raw, so I feel like at this point, let's just wait to SmackDown, figure this out on Friday, see what the landscape looks like then.
Sam, you know where we are?
I'm very late.
Yes, in Chicago. I promised Chicago a championship match, and that is exactly what they're going to get.
Right, it was Cody. I don't know if you heard.
I heard. I know. You don't need to worry about that. You're the champion. You prepare like you're defending the title because you are in the main event tonight. Sammy, it is official.
Gotta get suit. Hey, listen, Monday Night Raw is live tonight on Netflix and presented by DoorDash. And you heard it. We're going to have a WWE Championship match tonight. Sami Zayn defending against someone. Thanks for the update. That's really helpful. What did you want me to say? Paige and Rusev tag team action live up next here on Netflix.
Bring the fun anywhere. Netflix Playground. A place to play with characters, kids, and parents know and love.
Credit One Bank presents Cancer. She's a credit. She loves canceling older credit cards when they're paid. But what she doesn't know is that canceling them can decrease the length of her history and hurt her credit rates. Both of which could lower her score. Don't rewrite canceling them. Instead, learn how to avoid the records at creditrecords.com. Credit One Bank for what's ahead. You're not. It's the sound of your life. And every time you drive after drinking, music gets drowned out. Bus driving is drunk driving. And driving is gone.
I wish you could actually catch up.
Whoa, you haven't two? Absolutely heard. That's better. Now you can actually catch up over the journal just by itself. It's right from your head. You thought you could only get a wrestler or chase down that friend or always say a good record. It's not the original. It's the journal with five style pizza.
Want to like it? The world's most famous story now. Don't never stop being a fan. You know what time it is. You want a moment? This is always a moment. 87,000 plus filled the stadium at Pekka in Mexico City last night for England versus Mexico in the World Cup clash. On Monday, none other than Triple H star Ronnie Americano showed up his little broadcast. A true national hero and international phenomenon out front Americano. He's everywhere. And now the WWE People World Cup 2026 title belt is here. Celebrate this World Cup with your own championship title. Don't wait. Get yours now on WWEshop.com. And two superstars in the ring as well. Alicia, George, Dragon Lee, and the former luchador, Chad Gable, teaming up tonight.
That shit,
What is the range about Ethan Page and Rusev? I don't believe anything Page says about being friends. Oh, with Rusev, wasted a little time. Going after Gable and Dragon Lee, and the matchup now underway. It's a mutually beneficial partnership. Now, let's see how well they work together next week. We're going to be a gauntlet match with 5 other men. That's a ridiculous thing to say, Cole. We get a gauntlet match and every man for himself. Exactly. But the point I'm making is what if it comes down to Rusev and Ethan Page? What's going to happen then if they go one-on-one in the gauntlet match? We would find out who the best man truly is in a technical classic, or maybe we'll find out who the backstabbers truly is. Nonetheless, Ethan Page now going to work on Dragon Lee. Again, 7 men in a gauntlet match next week. 2 men will start. Once you're eliminated, the next man will come out of the line. The last man standing is going to head to SummerSlam for an opportunity at the Intercontinental Champion Penta. Joining these 4 men in that matchup will be Joe Hendry, Javon Evans, and Dirty Dominic Mysterio. Third time Rusev and Page the Tony team here on Monday Night Raw. Immediately, Rusev and Page cut the ring in half. Sound classic tag team strategy being employed. Rusev is just always in. I don't know, always, I would say the majority of the time, no. Dragon Lee, Page off the apron, tag made, here comes Chad Gable. Rusev getting kicked and what makes you feel a certain way, it's a good thing. You all think, because I used to work out, and Chad Gable now with a power German suplexes, Gable knocked off JD McDonough. That's the last week. Throw that Gable. It says Ethan Page for a ride as well. So leave this ankle and locked in on Rusev. General Ray Rusev in trouble. He trapped in Gable's ankle lock. Back body drop to Ethan Page. And Dragon Lee looking to rejoin the festivities. Dragon Lee retribution after a loss to Page a couple of weeks ago. And Rusev saving his buddy, Ethan Page. Now they're buddies. 4 minutes ago, you couldn't wait to drive away from me. I said, Rusev's buddy. I don't believe what Page said about it. Anyway, Gable watching Dragon Lee. Gable and Lee taking over.
Oh, it's crazy. It's responsible. Oh, God. Anytime you want to spin down with stuff crust, it's $9.99. Well, I treat retro. But you really realize, yes, retro keeps you waiting, but, I'm scared.
Circle Zero. Zero sugar, low calories. Try it again.
Super stuff, the best things alive is going to just leave itself out. What do you need? The officer material. This is something different. Strength, skill, and determination step forward from the rest. It's woven throughout every fiber of your being. You walk it, you talk it, you live it, you breathe it. Officer material, it isn't what you wear, it's who you are. America, put down the burgers and pick up barbecue steak with 100% industry and milk super cheese. It's the best cheese. It's the best meat. It's only available at Orbeez. We have the meat.
It's been all Rusev and Ethan Page in this tag team matchup here tonight in front of 12,458 at the Allstate Arena in Chicago, Illinois. Of course, breaking news from just moments ago, Cody Rhodes not cleared medically to compete tonight for the WWE Championship match in our main event. However, Raw General Manager Adam Pearce telling Sami Zayn, you will defend the title tonight. The question is, against who? And Rusev with another clothesline. And Page and Rusev are just picking Gable apart. You don't have to like it, Gordon. You've got no choice but to accept the fact that Ethan Page makes Rusev a better Rusev than Rusev is without Ethan Page. And actually, I do agree with you on that point, Corey. Rusev is a much different competitor. It's this odd friendship formed a few months back. Gable now. Knocks Page off the apron, trying to fight back. Needs to make a tag this Dragon League. Rusev doing a great job not allowing that to happen as he swings Gable back. But Gable, arms length away. Oh! DDP takes down Rusev. Gable's got daylight, and Dragon Lee is ready to set the world ablaze. If Gable can get there, Rusev trying to make the tag. Tag made the Lee. Tag made the Lee. It's Dragon Lee now. The embodiment of Lucha Spirit is in the ring. And declares the future of Lucha Libre by Rey Mysterio himself. Super kick drops Rusev. Oh, the high-flying intensity of Dragon Lee on display. Oh, tornado DDT to Page. The fact that Dragon Lee missed the rope and still was able to generate enough momentum to make it a tornado DDT is unbelievable. So impressive. There's the kick out of Page. Page hung up in the corner. Doesn't want to be there. Perilous situation. For all ego. Leaving a stop to the chest. Covered by Dragon. Rusev hooks up with a one-shot and clubbing blow by Rusev. A sledgehammer to the heart. Now Dragon Page in the corner so Rusev can make the tag. Now, Bongaranga. Double suplex incoming. And Chad Gable there as well to save Dragon Lee. They deliver a right to Rusev. Oh, the fire that's Terry Slam. Angle slam that time. Oh, Gable. Oh, Scott kick. Dragon Lee runs up Rusev. Momentum took that cup. That release driven by Dragon Lee. Oh, kick right to the face. What an onslaught of offense by Dragon Lee, who is thinking about taking flight. Dragon Lee to the top rope. Flying with fire, but caught by Rusev. Bang! Now Rusev with a kick right to the face. Dragon Lee's down, and now it could be time to put him away. The accolade locked in by Rusev. Will Dragon Lee tap out? And he has to. And Rusev not letting go of the accolade. Dragon Lee tapping away. Rusev not caring for the referee. They reversed the decision. This could be really expensive for the Bulgarian. Chad Gable coming too. Thank goodness. And Gable. And Ethan Page from behind. Dragon Lee's been taken out. Page and Rusev now assaulting Gable after the back. And now Rusev looking to put the accolade out there. Gable's defenseless. Joe Hendry. Can't believe I'm trapping the accolade. Gable wants to send the name Joe Hendry. Because here comes this knucklehead. There's a part Rusev down over the top rope. Henry with a fall-away slam to Page. Can you imagine Paul and Henry were to challenge Penta at SummerSlam? We have to hear the entire stadium. He might not make it after that kick. Harry to Page. Oh my goodness, Eagle Flex. Page just gave the order. Henry going to be the same thing as Gable and Dragon Lee. The accolade once again locked in. Now officials rushing out to the ring to try to separate Rusev, who's completely lost it and taking out everyone. Come on, officials, get him out of there! Good luck, Brian, the grip of the Lion of Bulgaria. Not done yet. Good luck in a gauntlet match against that man next week. Hendricks will learn to cover the Ponderosa to save himself a lot of trouble. Rusev building much needed momentum for the gauntlet match. For a chance at the Intercontinental Championship at SummerSlam. Money in the Bank is coming to Smoothie King Center in New Orleans on Saturday, October 10th. Tickets are on sale this Friday, July 10th. For the pre-sale starting Thursday, you get to the match. An exclusive pre-sale offer for Chase Freedom Club members will begin Wednesday, July 8th at 10 a.m. Eastern. Fans can use their telephone number on the back of their Chase Freedom card, no dashes, as the offer passcode to unlock first access to Money in the Bank tickets. Not a card member? Visit chase.com/freedom to learn more. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we saw the night kickoff the attack on Cody Rhodes. Still Sami Zayn in the defending WWE title tonight against Drew. But also, Seth Rollins kickoff the show before he was interrupted by L.A. Knight, who still has a problem with the bloodline. Let's take it back to Monday Night Raw last week. L.A. Knight has seemingly been embroiled in an endless rivalry with the entire bloodline. Last week, one-on-one with Jimmy Uso. And L.A. Knight took his eye off the ball long enough for Big Jim to steal the wrist. But it didn't sit well with the megastar, who would deliver a beatdown to Jimmy Uso before main event Jimmy would come to his brother Dave. But this left Jim susceptible to a Samoan strike from Solo Sikoa. Another hit and run. And then BST for the right-hand man. was earlier tonight when Jimmy Uso would collect his own receipt after being laid out by LA Knight.
Hey, Jimmy, wait up, man. I know you're trying to leave, but just one quick question before you go. What was that with LA Knight earlier? I mean, what kind of message were you trying to send exactly?
Hey, Jackie, it seems like it's time for Big Jim to step up on Bloodline, which means I'm going to go to SmackDown. I'm going to get Solo. But after tonight, I can happily say,
Oh,
Big Jim, we got this thing.
It's a part two. Bloodline business. Well, with Cody Rhodes out, that man Adam Pearce is working on finding a challenge to face Sami Zayn tonight for the WWE title.
I don't think it's going to be CM Punk. I don't think it's going to be CM Punk.
Oh, mama. Fire in the hole. Water.
Sit back. Watch this. The first and only prescription medicine for moderate to severe obstructive sleep apnea, or OSA, in adults with obesity. A treatment that helps reduce breathing interruptions during sleep. Don't share needles with pets or reuse needles. Don't take it allergic to, or if you or someone in your family have MTC or NEN2. Tell your doctor if you get a lump or swelling in your neck. Stop Zepbound and call your doctor if you have severe stomach pain or a serious allergic reaction. Severe side effects may include inflamed pancreas or gallbladder problems. Tell your doctor if you experience vision changes before scheduled procedures with anesthesia. If you're nursing, pregnant, plan to be, or taking birth control pills. Taking Zepbound with sulfonylurea or insulin may cause low blood sugar. Side effects include nausea, diarrhea, and vomiting, which can cause dehydration and worsen kidney problems. Ask your doctor about Zepbound. Game-changing treatment for OSA. And what's up? It's all about flavor. Fruit fresh, made to order, and product and fresh. You already know. What's up?
What's inside the ring? Here's why.
So outside the ring, you like commitment.
Like Jared, do it for the solo.
I want full throttle with the ENT.
And live it up for retirement. What you mean? He's a snap.
That is what's left there.
Yeah. I'm ready. Oh, SummerSlam is presented to one night. We had a title match coming. SummerSlam is presented by Gears of War E-Day. A furry news begins October 6th. Pre-order now. And by Wingstop, made to order, always fresh. Get flavor delivered to your door at wingstop.com. And by Chase Freedom.
Myra, you once waited in line for hours at a toy shop to meet me, and I made time for you to have a real conversation about your wrestling career. Maybe that never meant anything to you, but to me, that's the foundation of where my respect for you began, where my trust in you truly began, because I watched this girl who was just a fan become the first to ever win this Intercontinental Champion, to then become my best friend, and stand right beside me at WrestleMania. And when I had one of the hardest years of my career, it was you who kept me level-headed. It was you who made me reach deep down and bring out the best version of myself every single week. You constantly reminded me who I was and what I've done. After all the heartbreaks I've been through, I never questioned my trust in you. I've shared my experiences and my stories with you, thinking it would help guide you, but you just used it all against me. And I just don't understand why you couldn't have an honest conversation with me about everything that was going on in your head, and instead, you took the easy way out. So, Lyra, I'm giving you one chance to prove to me that you're not just like everybody else. Meet me next week, face to face.
I sort of feel sorry for Bailey, but let's check out what happens next week as Raw is live at American Airlines Center in Dallas, Texas, and what a show we have in store. The Beast incarnate, Brock Lesnar, as he prepares for Hell in a Cell at SummerSlam with Oma Femi, will be in Dallas next Monday. Also next week, the Intercontinental Championship #1 contenders gauntlet match. The winner will face Penta for the Intercontinental Championship at SummerSlam. And we know Io Sky's plan for SummerSlam to challenge Liv Morgan. But before we get there, Roxanne Perez wants to play the role of Roadblock. Perez, Sky, one-on-one. And the OTC is back. The World Heavyweight Champion Roman Reigns live on Monday Night Raw from Dallas next week here on Netflix.
Please tell me it's CM Punk. Well, it gotta be CM Punk or Kevin Owens. One of the two. That's Sami Zayn opponent.
What do you want? That's a funny way of saying thank you.
It gotta be CM Punk. It gotta be.
You were leaving voicemail. I placed a successful call, Lou, and I secured a replacement to face Sami Zayn in the main event. That superstar is in the building. So the only thing left
It better not be about they get something.
is your role.
Please tell me it's CM Punk.
Well, who's Sami Zayn going to
It's CM Punk. Like, no
WWE
way.
Championship against? The superstars in the building. Our main event is live next on Raw.
That reminds me.
That flavor's just out of reach. Drop the labels and bring the juice. Pepperoni juice. The pepperoni pizza right next time. I bet brand new day pizza. First one, I'll knock this off. We're having a watch party. Done by Sunday. Hey, Howdy, what's up? Unlimited home internet keeps everyone connected. When the connection matters, it has to be AT&T. Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfect. Perfect. And every time you drive out to drink it,
music gets dropped out. Life sounds pretty great. And Buzz ruined it. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Don't drive Buzz.
With Club WWE, you want to have another internet and share what you love most about the WWE. Fans will get to chat alongside Club WWE members. Who knows? Club WWE is more of the community than live chats, superstar elements, watch-alongs, much more. Only with Club WWE.
Fanatics Games is back, bringing together athletes, celebrities, and large fans for the ultimate showdown across 8 epic sports. WWE superstars Cody Rhodes, Rhea Ripley, Jey Uso, Liv Morgan, and the greatest of all time, John Cena, are set to compete $1 million cash grand prize in one true GOAT. Head to fanaticsfest.com/games for sign-up info. Plus, photos and autos are on sale now.
You call it opportunity out of lawsuits. Who's spies? Just wait to see what happens to the side. Let's make it. So you saw him, you want to knock it out, you saw him, you phone call with a friend, call for backup. Because I'm not just home for the money. I'm going to grind on you on going to embarrass you, put a dance on your head in front of your fans, and most importantly, I'm going to put this Cinderella sob story in the bin where it belongs.
See, about me, Montez Ford.
So give us the money and uncurse JD. This can all be fixed. And just as my Juanita said,
See, about me,
or the judgment day is going to make your life a living
hell. Stuff Ali would be interesting. I would be mad at that if it's the stuff Ali.
A.D. McDonough will have the opportunity to break more than just a curse.
And if it's him, they better bring back this whole team.
One-on-one with Danhausen in the world's most famous arena, Saturday, July 18th in New York City. If Sami Zayn ever happened, 9 nights ago at Night of Champions, he finally did it on his 10th try, what he's been trying to do for a quarter of a century. He won a world championship. Tonight, he gets to defend the title in the main event on the flagship show, known as Monday Night Raw. And he's complaining because he doesn't know who his opponent is and didn't want to defend the title after Cody Rhodes was taken out by an attack by Joe. Well, you're making it sound like Adam Pearce and Nick Aldis are doing Sami Zayn a favor. It took him 25 years to reach the top of the mountain. 9 days later, he's got to defend it blindly against who knows?
If it's Kevin Owens or CM Punk, I'm cool with
You
it.
know this.
I'm cool with that.
WWE Raw.
I would be mad if it's Kevin Owens or CM Punk.
Sami Zayn has a tendency to be a bit of a master strategist. We've learned throughout his career. No doubt, Sami had an airtight game plan for Cody Rhodes tonight. Now he's forced to defend his title against an opponent he has not encountered. This is insane. You want to be champion? You need to defend the title against all comers.
Let's go on B. It's a CM Punk. Is it CM Punk or is it not? He's reading. I think it's reading. It gotta be CM Punk. It gotta be. Yep, it is. Let's go. I called it. I called it.
The WWE Champion Sami Zayn appears shocked. We are all shocked here tonight for the first time since the night after WrestleMania in the epic match of the year candidate versus Roman Reigns for the World Championship. CM Punk has returned to Monday Night Raw. Electric goose-inducing. The best in the world, CM Punk is back. They battle Sami Zayn for the undisputed WWE title. Big Dave has been salty here before this matchup starts. So that official Chad Pack ought to control things here tonight. I have to imagine this would be absolute last face on earth Sami Zayn was expecting to see tonight, let alone defend his undisputed WWE title again. Well, current notes for the matchup tonight against Cody Rhodes. I was going to talk about some of the successes Sami Zayn has had in Chicago, winning a 4-game match here a number of years ago. He took John Cena to a no contest in a U.S. Open Challenge last year. But man, oh man, Sami Zayn takes out a man who's played a half game time.
CM Punk, yeah.
And we are underway in our main event tonight. Punk contending for the WWE title. We've been talking throughout the night. Corey Howard, Sami Zayn had no chance to prepare for his opponent once Cody Rhodes was taken out. Sami Zayn certainly wasn't afforded the opportunity to prepare for CM Punk, particularly not against CM Punk in Chicago. But Sami Zayn does have an incredibly high in-ring IQ. Sami can do this on the fly. We saw him do it successfully as United States champion with his open challenger.
Yeah, Punk's won championships in Chicago. His first Intercontinental Championship was won right here. He won the WWE title back in 2011 and Money in the Bank against John Cena here. He looks to win the title again tonight. For Sami Zayn, who finally won a world championship in his 10th try just 9 nights ago. What a first title defense. And here's Sami. What do you need to do tonight to keep the title? Sami needs to attempt to drag this match out. Play the long game. Oh, we know Punk has a gas tank on it. The last time we saw Punk in the ring was at WrestleMania, where he exhausted every fuel reserve in his body. It's been 3 months. In this business, 3 months is a lifetime. Because one thing being in great physical shape, it's another altogether to be in proper ring shape. Especially against a man like Sami Zayn, who's competing each and every week. And CM Punk moving and running the time and drop to the champion. And it's obvious, looking at his physical condition, CM Punk hasn't been sitting on the couch for the last 3 months. He's in tip-top shape. Look at Sami Zayn slips behind in a shot to the kidney. And if you see him Punk mentally, have you gotten any better? Have you come to grips with the fact that you lost to Roman and you lost the title at WrestleMania? There isn't much in this business CM Punk hasn't seen, hasn't experienced, hasn't accomplished at the highest level. Punk is playing with house money tonight. He just needs to run out the way. He's got Chicago driving him forward. SmackDown General Manager Nick Aldis is on. Oh, suicide dive. We'll work out the deal against CM Punk here. Can Punk win the title? Can Sami hang on?
Call out CM Punk win this match. I hope he does.
Monday nuggets, Tuesday fried chicken, Wednesday wings, Thursday tenders, Friday nuggets again. Now that's living life to the fullest. Get a $10 bucket of the day from KFC. Credit One Bank presents One Track Chicken. He's a credit lender because he only has eyes for one type of credit business. What he doesn't know is that by focusing on only one type of credit, he's not building a more robust credit base. This should hurt his score. Don't be like One Track Jack. Instead, learn how to avoid the records at creditrecords.com. Credit One Bank. For what's in there. I'm so sorry. I guess sit over there.
Hey, how was breakfast today? Great, I scored 2 goals. Wow, that's super.
Real proud of you, Pumpkin.
You wouldn't have seen that before. Just like you wouldn't have anyone with Morgan & Morgan handle your injury case. With over $30 billion in covered for our clients, there's a reason to go big.
You okay, Michael?
Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm.
Why did you leave?
Did you sell it?
No, of course not. I was looking down and I came up on
Yeah, I know.
I wish we could actually catch up.
Well, you haven't seen.
Actually, I heard. That's better. Now you can actually catch up over DiGiorno with fire style pizza. Presently unavailable. Perfectly crispy and angry crust. You thought you could only get at a restaurant. Hey, you want to chase down that friend while I'm pay back. It's not Filipino. It's DiGiorno with fire style pizza. What do you really want to see a face for? Is that right? The bun? Come on now. Ah, that is what the people want to see. It's July, the Homer Derby, live on Netflix. Well, heavy hitters, we're right in the sky with fireworks. Welcome to a new era of baseball's greatest spectacle. The T-Mobile Home Run Derby, live on Netflix.
It's for the undisputed WWE Championship. We are live at the Allstate Arena in Chicago. 12,458 fans on hand watching their hometown hero, CM Punk, battle Sami Zayn for the title. It was supposed to be Cody Rhodes. He was assaulted by Gunther at the start of the show. Now medically taking a peek. SmackDown General Manager Nick Aldis, who is on leave, did show up here tonight. He made the call. He got Punk in the arena, and now Punk and Zayn are battling it out for the championship. A rough place to be, and Sami Zayn is taking over. CM Punk, is this what you were talking about earlier? That's Rick Russ coming in and play after 3 months.
I wouldn't necessarily use the term ring rust when talking about CM Punk. There's very little in this game Punk doesn't know how to do on autopilot. But I want Sami
Covered by Sami to the tank.
get down. See how much gas is in CM Punk's tank tonight. Again, we call back to WrestleMania. CM Punk left it all in the ring and was still beaten by Roman Reigns.
You know what they released the machine. I can tell you that this is just the second time these two men have ever met in a singles matchup. The first was back in February of 2025 when Punk would beat Zayn in a matchup of the Elimination Chamber qualifying match. And Punk now with a clothesline. And Punk with another one. And now CM Punk building some momentum. Now with a heel kick by Punk. That's vintage Punk with a running knee in the corner. Followed up with for the Bulldogs. Sami Zayn able to counter. This is wildly Punk with a spinning neckbreaker. Cover. Sami stays in it.
Sami Zayn is a survivor. You can never, ever let Sami Zayn handle any situation.
The same can be said for that man. The second sitting saint. The voice of the voiceless. Looking for the GTS to go to sleep. Sami Zayn able to sit from behind. Looking for the thunderbomb. Countered by Punk. Punk with elbows to the back of the neck. And Punk with a standing switch. Elbow applied into a clothesline. Cover for the title. Sami kicks out at 2.
Take another look at this. CM Punk reaching deep into his bag to unleash a clothesline that does not count. Still not enough to dethrone the champion, Sami Zayn.
Golden opportunity for CM Punk tonight.
Same has to be said for Sami Zayn. Sami's really outside though. Sami hears the counter, and he's not going to be able to hold on to the gold for a long time. Sami proved everybody wrong here tonight by defeating none other than CM Punk in Chicago.
Punk took a little bit too much time, and Sami Zayn with a shot right to the midsection. And after the champion Zayn looking to regain control of this match. Parallels can be clear in these two men. Where they started to where they are now. Sami Zayn. Superplex! Both men down! Who will be champion?
Bringing you Toy Story 5 personal pizzas from Papa John's. Order 2 or more for $6.99 each. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's. Nice one. That's how you make a pizza. See Disney Pixar's Toy Story 5. Now playing only in theaters for the pizza.
Everyone's fighting this different. Some go on pressure. You have no choice but to accept their invitation now. Fight your fight.
Jesus is dead. My dad is coming home.
Cheesesteak with 100% Angus steak and Milky Cooper cheese. Some say it's meat and cheese done right, and some people don't say anything because frankly it's room to talk with your mouth full. All these, we have the meat.
Fanatics Fest NYC is back. And coming in top 10. WWE superstar appearances to legendary hits. Thursday, July 16th, Sunday, July 19th, in Jackson. Tickets on sale now at fanaticsfest.com.
This is our main event live in front of over 12,000 at the Allstate Arena in Chicago. Sami Zayn defending his WWE Championship against CM Punk in Punk's hometown tonight. A collision moments ago has led us to this critical moment. Who will dig down deep? Who will win a title that has been contested for nearly over 60 years? The WWE title. What we're seeing right now is what has defined both of these superstars throughout their career. Toughness, guts, grit, and never say die attitude. And from where they came from, has shown independent wrestlers battling to get to this spot, to get to this moment, as two of the all-time greats in WWE. Punk's got Sami up, winner of the GTS. Sami Zayn gonna turn it around. Try to put it on the block. Punk caught him with a kick. Step up knee rocks the jaw of the champion. Beating up the hometown crowd. Went for the ball, and now Sami turns it up. The Blue Thunderball. The try to retain, and a check out by Punk. Punk kind of hit to the crowd, and it cost him. Sami Zayn just pressing a little raw power. The champion deceptively strong. Just muscling Punk up before driving him down with the Blue Thunderball. What a main event tonight. We were expecting Sami and Cody. Cody was taken out by Gunther. CM Punk arriving on the scene to battle Sami Zayn for the WWE Championship. Zayn's first title defense since winning the title 9 nights ago at Night of Champions. How much does Punk have left? His first appearance in 3 months since the night after WrestleMania. Punk now with elbows right to the back of the head to Sami Zayn. Here comes CM Punk now. Four-time knees, top the champion. Put him a step up knee. Here comes Punk, and finally Punk hits the bulldog. CM Punk has been trying that throughout the match. Is Hitman Collins. Oh! Into the delivered elbow from the top rope. Covered by Punk to win the championship. Sami's still in it. Look at all the disbelief on the face of Punk. And one device. The submission device. The submission hold in. The Anaconda device. That's tapped out so many superstars over the past couple of decades.
Sammy tap out. Sami Zayn is desperate, flaring, moving to reach the bottom rope. The Punk has it locked in tight. But Punk with a championship for the Anaconda once here tonight in his hometown. Sami Zayn's world probably beginning to fade to black right now. Punk's going locked in. Sami tried to counter. Sami climbing away. He's tripled the championship. Could be coming to an end. Is Sami going to tap? Is Sami going to tap? And Sami again trying to counter. And he breaks the hold. Zayn was able to slip out. And now, Punk want to grab the sharpshooter. Speaking of the hitman. And Sami Zayn able to counter that. Last the GTS, Sami switched now by Punk. Sami, this is how we beat Cody. This is how we beat Cody. Almost deja vu for Night of Champions for Sami Zayn. What a match in our main event tonight. Sami trying to figure out what do I need to do to put Punk away. And now Punk delivering right hand. Sami will count. Punk with Sami up on his shoulders. Sami avoids the GTS again. Now with Punk up. Sami Zayn with a goal sleep. Punk's on the move. Sami to retain the championship. And Punk's going. This is the point where if you're Sami Zayn, doubt begins to creep into your mind. Zayn delivering Punk's own finishing maneuver, the dreaded GTS. Punk's the winner, but Punk survives. And if you're Sami, what the hell does they need to do? I don't have an answer. This is where we'll find out what Sami Zayn needs as undisputed WWE champion. You want a big champion, you gotta dig down deep like a champion. And this may be what Sami Zayn needs. Punk's in the corner. You know what's coming next for Sami Zayn. He's steady pumped up. He's looking for a Luma kick to put Punk away. Sami Zayn, Punk caught him. And that's Sami's move. The Explorer suplex in the corner. These two men throwing everything they have at one another. Sami Zayn refusing to be relegated to just a footnote in the WWE history book. Wait a minute. Is Punk going to try it? Is he going for the Luma kick? Sami again. Hit him on a sleep. Right on the nose. A blue thunderball. Zayn to retain the championship now. Sami's winning, he can't believe it. Take a look at this, a second GTS to CM Punk, followed up by a second Blue Thunderball for the champion, and Punk kicks out. But was that the last gasp for CM Punk, or will he fuel himself on this electric crowd tonight in Chicago? Sami Zayn just pissed off CM Punk. Punk to the left and right. Backing Zayn to the corner. Irish whip right knee. Oh, Luma kick. CM Punk moved out of the way. What the Luma kick?
Told you.
Almost 15 years to the day that CM Punk won the WWE Championship. He wins it once again in his hometown of Chicago. For the last 9 days, Sami Zayn has lived on the top of the world. But tonight, the Second City Saint came marching in, delivered Sami's own Haluva kick, and a TTX and new. The shortest world championship reign in nearly 5 years. The CM Punk is an 8-time world champion. Almost 20 years to the day that this man made his debut in WWE. And once again tonight, CM Punk is on top of the mountain. What a main event! The man who's made a career of hard work and resilience and bucking the system finds himself as a world
If you should
champion.
reply, I might as well. I might as well. I mean, I'll fight this year too, but I didn't make it. But I'm not upset about it. It's always extra. It's always every year.
Situation to have to face CM Punk with zero notice. No need to hang your head, Sammy. Well, I mentioned earlier, 2011, and the night that this man won the WWE Championship in this building in Chicago, when he did just that, blowing the kiss as he took the title from Cena and walked out of the All-State Arena, just like he's doing tonight. But this time, on much better terms, as the WWE Champion. You think this title can end up in the refrigerator too? Why not? CM Punk can do whatever the hell he wants to do.
Sam Punk is him. The fact that he came back that fast, you gotta respect it. You gotta respect it. Because at least he's not one of the wrestlers that just gonna come back random and you don't see him again. You know what I'm trying to say. At least he's not one of them regular wrestlers. Like he'll come back once and you don't see him again. I give him the benefit of the doubt for that. At least he actually showed up. At least he actually showed up to the show. Because some wrestlers be pussy. Be pussies. They were saying they're gonna return and then the next minute later they don't.